Okay, here, so for my next review, I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorites, and that is this one, Spy vs. Spy. Now, this is more one of my personal favorites, but it's one thing that really gets to me when I look at the cover of this game. You see there's a guy with a knife, and a guy with a gun. Now, if you played the game, you know that there is no gun, and that's one thing that really gets to me about Nintendo. They always put things on the covers of their games that are not actually in the game. But it's Nintendo. You get used to expecting that kind of stuff out of them. But pop this son of a bitch right in. Give it a whirl. Ah, piece of shit. So when you start the game up, you're going to see that this game is very cartoony looking, very comic book looking, and that no way at all does this game stray from any part of the comic book whatsoever. It's about two spies going around looking for crazy ways to kill each other. Now there are 3 different ways of playing this game. There's training versus computer versus player, and 8 different levels of play. Now each level indicates a size of the play area that you're going to be in. Now the game starts off with the first player being the white spy on the top, and the computer or second player being the black spy on the bottom. Now the object of the game is to go around collecting a briefcase and 4 items, and when a player collects all 4 items, they can then exit the airplane door, which will end the round. As simple as that may sound, it's not that simple, because there's all kinds of obstacles that are going around during the game that cause your player to die from booby traps or from your opponent actually coming up and killing you. Now onto the gameplay. As a spy, you're going to be searching behind all objects that are on the screen. You're going to look behind pictures, furniture, coat racks, pretty much everything. Now you're either going to find an item, the briefcase, a booby trap, or possibly a weapon. Now, the type of weapons that you can find is either a knife or, which I thought was supposed to be a gun from the cover, but it's not. It just looks like a little stick. But anyway, if you have one of these weapons, your probability of staying alive in hand-to-hand combat are a whole lot greater. Now, although it appears that the stick seems to do more damage than the knife, which really makes no sense, but apparently it does. That's the one you want to go for. Now, with the traps, you have 5 different traps to choose from, and if you continuously scroll through your traps with a B button, you'll then bring up your map screen. So, if you scroll through one by one, you'll have dynamite bombs, giant springs, acid buckets, and guns with strings. Now, all these also respectively have disarm ability hidden throughout the levels. Now, the great part about setting traps up and being able to kill your opponent is you'll notice that on the right side of the screen there's timers for each person. Every time that your opponent dies, they take time off of that player's timer. If their time runs out, they're dead and they can't finish. So there is a little bit of strategy that comes in with this game, being able to trick your opponent into dying as much as possible. Now, one thing you notice that never gets old in this game is watching your spy laugh after you've tricked some poor bastard into taking an acid bath or getting his ass spraying across the room or blown up. Now, I just wanted to point this part out, that when you get up to the levels 3 and up, that they can get a little more confusing, because now, if you notice, there's ladders and stuff leading to second floors, which really isn't too big of a deal, but it just adds to the difficulty a little bit. Now, playing the computer, it's alright. I mean, it gets old pretty quick, but this game was really made for 2 players. I mean, you'll really enjoy this game if you have a second person playing with you. There's nothing more fun, you know, having a friend over and just going to town, blowing each other up and trapping each other and kicking the shit out of each other. But 2 players where this game really shines. So if you are going to play this game, it's definitely worth having a second person with you. Now, before I end this review and show the ending of the level, there's just one clip that had me laughing so hard that I just wanted to throw in here, just for a good laugh. This was just me playing versus a computer, and it was pretty close at the end and pretty tight, and I just want to throw this in for you all to watch. Hope you enjoy, and look forward to more videos from me, and until next time, thanks a lot.